The floating is new. Oh, is this the... Oh shit, we get to see the menu? That looks clean. I think they actually did an update on it, didn't they? Because the letters look a little bit more clean. It is a beautiful menu. It's so different than the other menus because like they're all like kind of gloomy and like you know you're about to go into like some like really sad, depressing like war, or like that's how you feel. But this one is just like, hey, you know, you're about to log in, you're gonna have a good time, you know, you're gonna be on a boat. Yeah, I think this one might be one of my favorites. The Shadowbringers one is still kind of cool. Okay, so I don't speak Japanese, so we're gonna have to skip over until we find something that looks interesting.
Applied to the expansion itself, which makes it a collaborative effort for us.
Oh, they have a translator on here. Okay.
Okay, so if we have the screenshots ready.
Damn. 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 That actually looks really good. Let me move my camera down a little bit more so that way y'all can see this easier. Here. There you go. But damn! Look at the lighting in the face! That is hella good! That is night and day. Oh my god. Even the colors are more vibrant. See, and that's what, like, maybe they updated that, but that was one of the things that I saw that they showed off earlier on, was that a lot of the colors, because the graphics and the lighting were looking better, the vibrancy of the colors were getting lessened. But it looks like they balanced it out a little bit more. Hi, Dave.
4月14日に出したベンチマークで、環境がよろしくないこのマップのね、環境ライティングがよろしくない状態で、基本ライティングをもう今調整されてるんですけど、ライトを調整したもの。
I really like it.
素材はほぼ変わってません。
Oh my god, look, this is probably, I think this is a big deal. Maybe not, but you can actually see a little bit of lighting cleavage. You can see like where the boobs meet, that there is a tiny little like dark side, because like, you know, that's where the boobs and stuff, like that's cool. Unironically, like there's no cleavage shade on the left side. It's just smooth.
On the left side, it's noted that this is from the original.
Yeah, you can see it, right? You can see the little cleavage shadow.
Software from April. This is before we adjusted the.
And you can't see it on the left side at all.
And then,
I mean, I have my camera covering it, but trust me, take my word for it.
Updated lighting adjustments reflected. The character itself is basically unchanged.
Yeah, 本当すいません。これはね、僕
Yeah, it looks like they just like updated the textures. You know, it's the exact same, but they just refined it. Maybe added in a little bit more polygons.
And I really apologize for this happening because
You're eating good. Machina's changes look pretty bussin'.
And
if you want to watch the job action trailers, Dave, it's on YouTube. It's like 21 minutes long, and it shows current abilities, like getting some upgraded visuals too. But it also shows off a couple of new abilities from each class. I love this graphic update. Hold on, I'm gonna skip over to the next one.
Dated so that it reflects what you will see in game and
some stuff, but I'd like to know numbers and effects first.
So I hope you will stay tuned for the release of the updated version.
Oh, they probably put the release date for the benchmark, right? The new one. Aha! So this is 6.58, 4.14 benchmark. Oh, that's the Dawn Trail benchmark. And then this is work in progress. Okay, so let's see. So this is what it looks like currently, right, on the left side? Why did they change the hair? If you were trying to make it like a 1-to-1, shouldn't they have kept the same hair? But I guess that's not important. Oh, you know what? I think it's to show like different lightings and like different things, because they also changed the face paint too. Honestly, I don't really see a difference between 4.14 and work in progress. I don't really see a difference. Unless the only difference I do see is in the face paint. Like the face paint appears more in here. I think it's the shading and the fangs. The fangs are pointier on this side for sure. Was this something that people were upset about? Is that why they're pointy? Because if you look at the teeth on here, they look really messed up. Like, bad. But in 4.14, they're like little nubs. Did people get mad at that? And then they changed it back to pointy? Or do you think this was just like something that happened when they, put it, when they made the benchmark? Like an unintended thing? Because I remember them saying that some like visual changes weren't actually intended. It just kind of came with the graphic update. You think the ears look more pointy? It's really hard to tell. I can definitely see. I think the shading looks better on the eyes in this one, honestly.
And the canine teeth.
But only slightly better.
Fangs in their teeth, in the mouth.
Yeah, they were mentioning the teeth, so I think some people were upset about the lack of fangs.
And I understand it looks kind of scary, but in order for us to show the teeth properly, we have to do this.
でですね、男性も女性もちょっと調整を入れているんですが、まあ、
Let me see what else is there. Oh, characters. Oh, here's the male Makote. You said you wanted to see male Makote. I know this isn't your male Makote, but still. I don't know. I kind of think it looks better in the middle one. Other than the fangs. I think, oh, you know what? I think it's the fangs that they're showing. I think that's what it is. I don't think they're showing the differences in the top. I think they're showing the differences in the mouth.
See lots of comments saying right side.
You like the fangs? Which ones? The new ones? The updated ones or the old ones? Want to show more fangs and body? Yeah. The work in progress ones? Yeah, those ones look really cool. I like them too. For female Makote, keeper of the Moon Tribe, we have adjusted the length of the canine teeth for face type 1 and 3 to match the current version. For mouth types 1 through 3, the length of the canine teeth will look like the one to the left, and for mouth type 4, the length will look like the one to the right. Oh, so you can... oh, that's... what? That's kind of a crazy detail to have in a character creator, like teeth size. Cyberpunk has dick size, but Final Fantasy XIV has teeth size.
実はですね、ミコッテのムーンキーパーの特定の顔でですね、剣士が小さくなっているっていうフィードバックをいただいたんですけど、実はこれ隠し要素でして、もともとこうでございます。
And then
stupid ad break.
On the Mikote, Keeper of the Moon, canine teeth. So there's a certain type 3, 1 or 3, where the canine tooth looks smaller, and there is I'm afraid that's how it was set up.
I know, stupid ads.
1から3の時の剣士の長さで、右が口の形。
At least it's just the same picture, and it's not like a big thing. Yeah, see, we have Lala's coming up next.
書いてあったっていうことでございます。
And so this was actually a hidden specification that we made because of the shape of the mouth itself will affect how the teeth.
You're
would
stuck?
look
Stuck
on
where,
the
hun?
user's face. Certain types, like type 1 through 3 of the mouth.
How did you get stuck in a laundry basket? What?
4 because the canine tooth would seem.
Gonna head back now. I want to show my mom the job action trailer since she mains dancer. What? Oh shit! Have fun. Have fun, Nicholas.
Smaller.
Tell your mom I said I hope she enjoys Dawn Trail.
もう1枚ございまして、こちらも歯なんですが、ララフェルの口の中が気持ち悪いというフィードバック。
I've actually done that before, hun, where I sit on a basket and it
And then
pushes me in.
feedback on teeth. We did receive feedback about the Lalafell and how
Oh yeah.
teeth looked very scary.
Yeah, the teeth the teeth in the left picture look so bad. Look at this. It's like it doesn't even match the mouth shape. You know what this looks like? This Lala looks like they stole teeth from somebody else and they're trying to use it in their own mouth. That's what it looks like.
in the initial release of the benchmark software.
まあ頭蓋骨の形が明らかにおかしいのではないかと、まあ、確かにということですいませんこちらも調整をさせていただいて、現状右のように、修正フィックス
All right, what's this? Job adjustments. Ooh.
昨日から、
So this is full job adjustments. So we're just gonna skim over these.
This is going to be across all of the jobs.
Okay, new actions added in accordance. Okay, of course.
So of course we are going to be raising the level cap to 100, and so there will be new actions that are being added.
そして、もう一個は
Made adjustments based on feedback and the goal of improving ease of
い
use.
ただいたフィードバックに、まあ、できるだけ極端に変えずに、まっすぐ
I find it funny that they have to add
生かしていきま
a line that says new actions will be added for the level cap.
すおります。
Like, I get they're doing that for like new players, but I'm just like, okay. Like, yeah, of course.
Throughout the 6.x series, with the goal of
Hi,
improving
Aphrodite.
ease of use, trying to
Have you seen the live letter for 14 yet?
make it a little bit more smoother or more.
We just finished watching the job actions trailer, so now we're watching the rest of the live letter.
ですね一部のジョブではローテーション、まあ追加されたアクションも含めてローテーションが変わるというジョブもございます。
I'm gonna skip to where it's like a full page so we can just read it one at a time.
or shifts.
Okay, here we go.
まあ置き換わ
Perfect. Action change settings will be added. Huh? Allows you to individually choose whether or not specific changing actions will be replaced by their follow-up counterparts. Wait, what? Changing actions will be replaced. Oh, wait a minute. So is that like is split? I don't think it's a split tree. What I think it is like, you know how when you use an ability and sometimes when you use that ability, it'll turn into another ability? I think what it's saying is that you can either have that ability, the same ability twice, or you can have like how it is normally. Certain abilities get replaced with new that are basically the same but different animation. They might let you just select the animation. If that's all it is, I actually kind of don't mind that. I've been actually kind of wanting something like that for a while. Like, remember when we were looking at the VFX mods and there was like, you know, like the Thunder one and all that, like it did nothing other than just change it aesthetically. I actually do want something like that, where you could have like a Thunder Paladin or an Ice Paladin and it does nothing but just look different. Like it just changes the animation style. I think that would be kind of cool. Access these settings when you want to prevent enormous input from multiple button presses, or if you prefer the original control scheme.
ることで他のタイミングで使う
I'm so excited for Dancer. It's your main.
まあミスになる
Yeah, I saw the Sage stuff, the Paladin stuff,
まあ一応
and even the Ninja stuff looked really cool.
っていうイメー ージだと思っておいてもらえれば大丈夫です。
But I swear I don't use them screen.
It's just a matter of DPS getting higher or lower, and it's not really about how much damage you can
Okay,
deal.
what's the
It's
next
more
one?
about,
Next
some people
page.
don't
Tank. Upcoming adjustments to tank. Rampart and job exclusive 30% damage reduction abilities will be upgraded in the 90s level range. Reprisal's duration will be increased to 15 seconds in the 90. Oh! So, Rampart... Wait, and job exclusive 30%? Oh, so that's like Sentinel for Paladin. So it's saying that at like level 91 through 100, that Rampart and like job exclusive, like, you know, like Sentinel, those are going to get upgraded abilities. And then Reprisal, which is like the 10% damage reduction, like total, right? That one is going to be increased to 15 seconds instead of just the 10.
まあまあ、
Okay. Looks like they changed the tank's gap closers as well. Did I go too early? Let me see. Oh. Paladin.
in action. But yeah, that
Let me see. Is there any... Okay, here we go. Paladin. The second and third executions of Atonement have been changed to new actions with separate animations. Atonement will change to these actions, so input execution will remain the same. A new action that can be executed after Blade of Valor will be added. So that's probably like that new ability that we saw, right? So I can tell from the actions video. So so that's why remember when I said like, oh, why does what ability is that where the paladin takes the sword and puts it upside down, right? I think that's one of the atonement animations, because I've never seen a paladin do that before, where the sword is upside down when they swing it, like they hold it like I don't know what that style is called, but I know they use it in like Star Wars sometimes. Atonement spam more visually, yeah. So they added new animations to Atonement. It's not just you doing the same ability 3 times in a row. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, reverse grip. Yeah. So I think that reverse grip ability I saw is one of the Atonement animations. An edgelord's favorite. Hey. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't wear all black. What do you mean? I don't wear all black every day.
and then this might be minor, well, less major.
Okay, Warrior. A new action which can be executed after 3 actions of Fell Cleave or Decimate while inner release is active will be added. Ooh. That's cool. So, so now you have to do your rotation as a, like, it's pretty easy to do it anyway, but now you have to do your rotation like pretty much perfectly as a warrior in order to get that new action. Because if you like don't use your Fell Cleave during like your inner release like you're supposed to, then you're not going to get the maximum amount of critical hits, because I think it's like 3 guaranteed crits for Fell Cleave, but only when you have that inner release thing active. I have to press Fell Cleave, bro. I hate pressing Fell Cleave when I play Warrior. And it says a new action that can be executed after Primal Rend will be added. Let's see. Yeah, because right now the only thing that you can really press is just the gap closer. So instead of pressing a gap closer, you'll probably press that OGCD and the gap closer.
Kind of
because honestly, going from Primal Rend to Fell Cleave is so awkward because there's no OGCD in between. Because I think at that point I would have already used my 2 gap closers.
How we saw it in the Paladin,
or my
but
3.
not really. The effects and the animation.
Okay, Dark Knight. I don't play Dark Knight too much. I only have it at like level 37. So it says, to reduce the number of inputs during burst damage phases, Blood Weapon will upgrade into Delirium, and the effects of Blood Weapon will be added to Delirium. A new action can be executed after Living Shadow will be added. Warrior basically only spams gap closers for off globals. Yeah, So I'm guessing after promo Ren, they're gonna add something in there other than just that thing. Yeah, so they're trying to make Dark Knight easier. So I need to know y'all's opinion on this. Like, is Dark Knight easy or is it not? Because some people say it's like one of the harder tanks to learn, but other people say it's just 1, 2, 3, and then OGCD. Like, it's not hard. Or is somebody saying like OGCD, like just do your OGCDs like when you can? Is that just like an oversimplification? It's fairly simple. So is it more of like a casual thing that think Dark Knight is hard just because of the vast amount of buttons? Like they just see like all the buttons and they're just like, oh, like it's overwhelming. This kind of spams them all in a burst, no real order. So there's no like priority system. I think Gunbreaker, yeah, Gunbreaker I do think is a little bit more from what I've heard, because you have to like actually manage your resources a little bit more min-maxy than you do for Dark Knight.
He asked the staff members to please.
I wish I could answer that, but I never played Dark Knight. All right, let's see. Gunbreaker. A new action that can be executed after Fated Circle via continuation will be added. A new 3-step combo that can be executed after Bloodfest. No cartridge charge. So they're going to get another 1, 2, 3 combo. All right, DPS. Melee DPS. So this is for all melee DPS. Second Wind's healing potency will be increased. Okay. And Feint's duration will be increased to 15 seconds. Okay. So this is pretty standard across, I guess, all of the classes. They're giving all of like the job-related stuff buffs. It's only really hard because you have to do tank shit at the same time. Oh yeah, like if you're main tanking, I guess that's why Dark Knight is and like Gunbreaker are more reserved for off tanking. Like yeah, I know you can use them for main tanking. I'm not denying that. But I'm just saying, like, you know, when it comes to what they're better at. Dark Knight is maybe more annoying when it comes to managing your mitigations.
That will.
Okay, Monk. Basic combo mechanics will no longer center around maintaining a buff or damage over time. Instead, performing actions in a certain order will increase the next action's potency. The job will remain largely the same, alleviating uncertainty about which action to use when the rotation is interrupted. Okay, so basic combo mechanics will no longer center around maintaining a buff or damage over time. Damage over time buff. Okay, so now it's going to be more... So now instead of monks being stronger based off of the buff damage and damage over time, increasing their damage potency like overall, now it's going to be their damage potency is going to increase by performing actions in a certain order. I think that actually makes a lot more sense. Why the hell was Monk ever a damage over time? Monks have a different rotation when they apply a buff and a dot. Oh. So it looks like they're changing that. Yeah, I kind of like this. I think this makes more sense for a monk. Most jobs have a dot. No, I get that. No, I'm not saying that they shouldn't have a dot. But I think that like for monk specifically, like that one is like a little bit weird for them to have like a dot. I think that one makes more sense for them to like their damage just coming straight from their like, you know, their melee attacks, you know? Like obviously I'm sure that is how it is now, but now it's more so is what I'm saying. They're leaning into it more. Can accumulate up to a total of 10 chakra while Brotherhood is active to prevent chakra overflow. Dragoons, this is the whole rework, right? To reduce positional requirements for the single target combo, the 5th combo action has been changed to a new non-directional action, Drake's Bane. Wait, to reduce positional requirements for the single target combo. New non-directional. Fang and Claw / Willing Thrust will change to Drake's Bane, so input execution will remain the same. To facilitate maximum damage output at the beginning of battle, Life of the Dragon will be available without accumulating Dragon Gauge. So this is like the equivalent of the job gauges being at max when you start a raid, right? Or like a trial or something. To reduce the number of inputs during burst damage phases, certain actions will be removed or adjusted. I wonder what they're going to get rid of.
With
All right, Ninja. Huton's effect has been moved to a trait and will always be active. Huton will be changed to an AoE attack, which grants the effect of Hidden. Actions which extend the duration of Huton's effect will be adjusted in accordance with the above change. I don't know, this one sounds like it's a very small change. Am I wrong? Like, it's not really affecting any abilities or anything like that. It's just moving an effect to a trait. And then that's kind of it. You know, and then they just get, like, duration buffs. So Ninja seems pretty small in terms of, like, updates. To simplify recast management, Tsubame Geishi will be changed to be executable after Meiko Shishui. Hakaze Tenkagoken and Midare Setsugeka will be upgraded into new actions. That's the 1, 2, 3, right? The ending? Oh wait, no, that's the thing when you get all the stickers. That's the sticker thing.
じゃあ続いてはリーパ
The
ー
ninja adjustments are rather small.
next is Reaper.
Yeah, very small. Plentiful Harvest effect will no longer increase the Shroud gauge by 50, and instead will allow execution of Enshroud. Now can be used when gauge is at 51 or more without waste. And then a new action. They just keep adding new actions. Just add them all. And here's Viper. What is this? It's just blink?
Oh. Some people are saying
タバコじゃないよ
Is this Viper changes?
休憩を今私は考えているっていう
Wow, look at these Viper changes. That's crazy.
no, Yoshida is not going to sneak out for a smoke break. We're just trying to be considerate of the players watching.
Yeah, that's a crazy update.
落ち着いてさ、じゃあ15分後に、
Then I think this is just a break, right? This is just the trailers. I'm gonna watch this again just in case they added something, but I think it's the same exact thing. You know, something that I really appreciate in Final Fantasy XIV is how the foot sound effects change depending on what you're standing on, like the texture. Like when you're walking on wood, you hear wood. Like when you're on sand, you hear sand. I feel like that's kind of cool for an MMO. Like they could have just not added foot sounds because of how different like each area is. Dragoon got a serious overhaul and I'm not mad. I welcome when jobs get huge overhauls like that. Because you honestly never know. You never know how much more fun a job could be with an overhaul. But at the same time, it does kind of suck for those that got attached to a class in that certain playstyle. Oh my god, this looks so sick. I hope there's a raid or a dungeon. I mean, there probably will be, like at least like 1 or 2, because their burst was so much different compared to the others. Having full gauge at the start is pretty huge. What was so different about Dragoons? I saw that they changed one of their positionals in the burst phase. Yeehaw, brother. Oh, what the? And this is gonna look way better when we get the game, because right now we're just looking at a low bitrate version of it. We're not even seeing the full thing. You can just tell that in Dawn Trail, they added so much more details. You know what I don't get? You know, I'm fine with everybody having their own opinions, you know, as long as it's not like dangerous. But one of the things that I think is really stupid, whenever people say that 14's graphics are like dog shit, it's like, really? Like, man, like, I get they're not the best, but they're like far from dog shit. Hi, Lightning. Like, a lot of people think that like 14, if they like, it needs like 16 graphics in order to fucking like be a good game. It's like, no, like, it looks great the way it is. As long as the graphics are passable, that's enough. Yeah, like, but again, like, me personally, like, I think looking at it objectively, I think this is more than passable. For me, passable would be like Unity type shit, you know, like that engine. For me, that would be passable. Because every time I play a game that's in the Unity engine, I'm like, oh god, this game is ugly. Like, I can just tell. Wait a minute, was that new? Some of this looked new. Good morning, Lightning. The ladder animation, though. I mean, yeah, I don't care about lighting too. To be honest, they didn't even need to do the graphic update for me personally. But I do see like why they did it. Like, I do think it needed one, like, to make it look better and, you know, make it more up to date. But I don't think it needed one in the sense that like the graphics are just so bad to look at when you play the game normally that it's so hard to play. Like, I don't think it needed it in that sense. But it did need it in the sense of like, okay, the game's been out for a while, you know, let's give it an upgrade, like that kind of thing. I should learn this song. Let me see what else there is. Oh, Viper, okay. I much prefer games that look more simpler or more stylized but run at constant high frame rates. You know, like, one of my favorite things, like, I've been playing Like a Dragon off stream. I'm at like chapter 10, I believe. Yeah, I think I'm in chapter 10 or 11, Biscuit. And man, like, every time I play that game, I'm just like blown away by how like realistic everything looks in that game. And I played on my big TV too. I love that game. But that's a more like JRPG game, you know, like they can focus on graphics because they're not doing all this other crazy, you know, things, you know, like. But that's why I really like JRPGs, because like you get the best of both worlds for me. Like, you get the awesome, like, customizable, like, immersive gameplay, and then on the flip, but also you because it's a JRPG, you can also make the cutscenes and like the summon animations, like all these things just look so much better. I also like stylized games with high frame rates, such as Insert Hades 2 ad. Let me get to the full page of this. All right, here it is. So Viper, a fast-paced job that fluidly shifts between dual blade and double-bladed strike. Wait, what? Between dual blade and double-bladed strikes in their various combo abilities. Wait, between dual blade. Dual blade. Okay, so dual blade is. What is that? What is dual blade and what is double blade? Dual blade is Darth Maul style. Okay, so okay. So dual blade is Darth Maul style, and double blade is like side to side. Has a similar total number of actions as other job, but designed so that fewer actions need to be set on the hotbar. Going from Roxas to Darth Maul. Dual blade is the separated form. Oh, so dual is the separated form. Double is the ching, right? Like they're together, the docking. Are they gonna go into it? Oh my god! Of course he's a Lala.
beautiful
are
mountains.
very pretty.
Oh, this is Yoshi P's character. Okay. I thought it was just some like random character like they threw in.
ワイがファンフェスで
You know, okay, wait, going back to this. Wait. Going back to this. So, remember, you see, it says here, has a similar total number of job actions as other jobs, but designed so that fewer actions need to be set on the hotbar. So, like something like this is kind of what I want to see for other jobs. I want to see it, like, I don't know how long or, like, how they could ever do this, but I want to see 14 eventually get to a point where you don't need every single, like, action, and maybe, like, certain actions are better in certain fights. So that way you can have a little bit more customization in how you customize your hotbar. Because I just put like every action on my hotbar because I don't know when I'll need it. Like it kind of sucks that like, you know, you have to have Isuna on your hotbar even though like realistically there's like 5 fights or you need it, you know? So I hope a lot of other jobs kind of get a similar treatment where they do get more job actions, but they're designed to where like not every single one of those job actions needs to be on the hotbar depending on like the fight. As a controller user, it's getting rough, right? Yeah. So I hope they do that. Another thing that I do hope they do in addition to that is also making the 1-2-3 combo just to one button, like how it is in PvP. I heard somebody say that. I think it was Zeno. I heard them like say that on one of their YouTube videos, and I was like, I think that's a great idea, actually. I don't think there's any reason, like nowadays, like maybe back then for like button bloat and stuff, but I don't think nowadays there's any reason, there's a reason for there to be 3 separate buttons for a 1-2-3 combo. They've been trying for that. They will now have an option to reduce hotbar bloat. Some people wanted a lot of jog actions, and some wanted less actions in the hotbar, so they just gave us an option to click. Yeah, I like that. Except for jobs with variations, yeah. And that comes to, you know, where some classes are going to feel easier and like more ease of access for like newer players. You know, something like, I guess Summoner would be that. And then like the things that have, you know, variations, you know, like you were saying, like Samurai and the other ones included, those could be like the higher like skill cap ones.
なんとなく思った上で見ていただけると
Maybe one day we'll get that PvP 1-2-3 button. I hope so. Ninja and Paladin have got so many commands on controller that it gets a bit overwhelming. Yeah, I think that's also a big reason why I like playing Sage in on my Steam Deck, but also like why I prefer playing it on a controller. I can play it on my mouse and keyboard too, but I love playing Sage on my Steam Deck because everything is there. Like Sage doesn't need every single button, and I can get by with just like, I don't know, like 70% of the buttons as a Sage. I still have them, I just don't use them.
良いかなと
Alright, let's see this.
このプレゼントマーク
What? Oh my god, they're hiding that? Do they always do that in these trailers where they put a present over the gear?
見せていいだろうか
That's funny.
手遅れです Too late
All those gift boxes.
Yeah, look, this is cool. I know that a lot of jobs have way more buttons than this, but I love that this job only has like these. This is really cool. Of certain job actions that are so situational. Exactly, like Pepsis. That's what I was saying earlier. That's why I didn't know if that, like the Sage animation, I didn't know if it was Pepsis or not because I barely use it. Pepsis is so like, it's such a weird, like I think they should just completely change that ability. I think they should. And they take up some space of stuff that you use all the time. Yeah. Like I was saying, like sleep for, you know, like black mage. Like when the hell is a black mage outside of their job quest at like level 20? When are they ever going to use sleep? I was up early for this. Hi, Buddha. You saw everything? Situational commands is ridiculous. Yeah, I hate the situational stuff. Oh, I think there's an ad. Oh yeah, you're fine because you have the thing. But what I was gonna say is what I think would be kind of cool. Speaking of what was I gonna say? The situational commands. what they could do for those things that are situational, like let's say sleep is situational, right? Like you barely use sleep. What if they added some like other effect to sleep? You know? Like maybe, I don't know, like if sleep doesn't work, then the other effect it has is like, I don't know, like it increases like your black mage DPS for like 1% or something. Like just something so small and insignificant, just to give like those useless abilities like something else. Or like Isuna, right? Like imagine if Isuna had like I don't know, like a very tiny small regen tied to it, you know, or like a very small like tiny shield applied to it. Like just something small to give it some other use outside of like the 1 or 2 fights that it uses it for. And when you do use it, Pepsis, exactly. Oh my God, lightning, exactly. I can actually show you this. I have proof of exactly what you're saying. Hold on. I have proof. I was recording footage for Sage. I was recording footage for a YouTube video. And I went into Orban Monastery because I wanted to test if Pepsis worked during the heal check. And it, fun fact, it does work. But what pissed me off is that not only did it work, but when it didn't work, it missed like 5 of the people on my team. But I think that was also because there was another Sage on our team. And I think the reason why it missed was because I think they had put on like their Eucrasian diagnosis or something. So it like didn't count. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, right here. This is exactly where it is. So I used Eucrasia, and then as soon as it happens, the heal check. Where is the heal check? Is it not here? I could have sworn it was there. I forgot where the heal check was. Oh, you know, no, it's a little bit later down, isn't it? I know oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, Cleansing Strike. And then I used it, and I did get people. Look, Pepsis 4,000, Pepsis 4,000, Pepsis 4,000. But then I missed. I dodged. Somebody dodged it, and then I missed. And then I think this person over here also dodged it too. Yeah, miss. But again, we had 2 Sages on our team, so that was probably why I missed. But it was just funny that you pointed that out. I don't know about you, but I use Isuna. I mean, look, like, yeah, if you're in the fight that requires it, yes, of course. But like, for instance, in like P11S, I don't think there's a single instance to use Isuna, unless my healers are just that good that they take off whatever like is on me before I even see it. That could be why. If they don't have it or another Sages use something that it uses up, then it dodges. Having a double Sage or double Scholar is an issue. I wish they'd fix somehow. Yeah, I agree. I don't know how they would do that, but I think they definitely should. If someone else uses their shield, yeah, it overwrote mine. Are they gonna show some of the actions?
God mode.
まずさっき
As
ので、これが別にローテーションってわけじゃないんで。
in between what's
Oh, you know what? It would be kind of cool. What if a boss had like a stagger gauge? Like, what if every job had one ability, you know, other than like the ability they have now, like Primal Rend for Warrior that does like the most damage? What if they had like one ability that did like the most damage? So when you stagger a boss, everybody uses that, but the boss is only staggered for like 2 seconds, and you have to use that ability within that 2 seconds to just instantly take out like 5% of the boss's HP or something. Maybe like 2% or 3%.
And so if you could focus in on.
I know that's more of a gimmicky thing, but I'm just like throwing out like random shit. Oh, is this the battle music for Dawn Trail?
これが基本だと思ってます。アクションが置き換わって
This looks fun.
And you may be able to see that the actions are automatically replaced with the next.
He's pointing at it. Wait, what?
Be able to see
They were replaced?
actions are automatically.
アクションが
Oh, right. Yeah, they are replaced. Okay.
And you may be able to see that the actions are automatically replaced with the next.
The next ability. Weapon skill.
はい、変わってますね。いや、
Only boss fight like that so far is Rathalos. Ooh.
これが二刀流
So they could do it again.
So this is the dual blade.
I have a feeling Dawn Trail is gonna be like Yoshi P's like that's where I feel like he's gonna show a lot of his creativeness when it comes to like the design of the combat. I'm really hoping that being able to move the ley lines is an indication of that. Because I think the only reason they would give the Black Mage the ability to move your ley lines is because in Dawn Trail, some of the fights, there's going to be a lot more going on than normal.
Actions that are assigned to that bottom row, row one.
Other than it just being, I guess, like a quality of life thing.
Weapon skills.
They're going to put the free Fantasia behind a small quest. That makes sense.
ゲージが溜まっていきます。
So
That'd probably be the best
first
way to do it.
Continuously.
What is a
execute
Fantasia quest?
Skills. The gauge.
It's the
will
gateway for an addiction.
で、このゲージを消費して、このそれおろしっていう必殺
That's maybe why they also gave White Mage sub movement. Exactly, yeah. See, that's a good point. Yeah, they're adding in some like movement stuff to like Black Mage and White Mage.
Boosted mode called.
And they're trying to make job actions like obviously this is probably more of a quality of life thing than anything. But I think with some of that like quality of life and simplicity that they're adding, that could make it more that could make the enemy design, boss designs better.
You can execute.
So like my thing is like I know somebody got mad at me when I was talking about this on Twitter, but I think they took what I was saying like to the like extreme, but I wasn't saying what they thought I was saying. But what I was saying though was that like when you play Dark Souls, right? Dark Souls like as a combat like gameplay thing is not that complex. There's like 2 buttons that you press and then you dodge, right? Like you can beat every single boss with just a dodge and like a light attack if you really want to. Like Dark Souls is a very simple game, but the bosses are the things that have that complexity to them. So because like the game surrounding the boss design is so simple compared to that, it's gonna make the like boss designs feel a lot more like intricate than they are. So I think that might be something what they're gonna do here. Like since a lot of the job actions we're getting reduced to like lessen button bloat, but also adding in new actions and like movement stuff. I think that means like okay, we're gonna make this simpler, but as far as like boss design and mechanics go, we're gonna make that harder or like more complex. The difficulty isn't in controlling your character, it's in the boss's attacks. Exactly, yeah. And 14 is kind of like that too, because like realistically, like I know as a new player, if you don't look up like your rotation, like which you shouldn't have to in my opinion, if you don't look it up, like yeah, it could be like a little bit overwhelming. But once you know what your rotation is, it's literally just memorization. You just press the buttons in like the order they appear, or like you know how like a rotation is. So because of that, because like the combat itself is simple, the boss design I think is going to be a lot better. At least I hope.
Bladed abilities.
ちょっとやってみますね。はい。
We should be able to figure out mechs pretty easily at this point. More so if you have played all the expansions. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that's what a lot of people think too, but I know that there's also plenty of people that they don't bother looking at mechanics and they only dodge them when they feel like the mechanic is about to hit them, which at that point, in a lot of cases, it's already too late. None of the jobs are like impossible to pilot, but some are a bit hard. Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
暴れ出しました。
でこういう感じで同じアクション
Yeah, this looks pretty cool.
So because the actions are automatically replaced on the hotbar, it might look like you're pressing the same button, but as you can see, there are many different...
Oh, so this is what they kind of meant, where it's designed to where you don't need to put on like every ability, because the ability is... Oh! So I think that's what it... Maybe that's what the Dragoon thing was gonna be? Something similar to this? So maybe... The condensed hotbar looks so condensed. That's awesome. Yeah. So I think what it is like, remember when we saw that Dragoon thing? So when you press this ability and it changes to another one, I think that's the quality of life thing. That's basically like doing a 1, 2, 3. I think we probably are going to be getting there then. This is pretty much like just doing the 1, 2, 3, but it's like your OGCDs.
Skill.
Thanks for the pet
abilities
saver.
are being unleashed.
I just realized I'm in Yoshi P's face. It's okay. You can still see him.
Feel of just how quickly we're moving.
もっとゆっくり回してっていうお声もあるんですけど
So you can either have it to when you press the button, it changes to like what the next one is gonna be. Oh, wait, okay, so hear me out. What if they did this with Warrior and their Storm's Path and the other one? So where like when you hit one, like when you hit that third combo, it just changes to the next one instead of you needing to have 2 separate hotbars for that thing. Probably learned from Gunbreaker, because when you do Ripping Tear combo, it changes literally one button multiple times to the next combo. Yeah, so I think they could do something like that for other classes. Although with Warrior, I guess as a Warrior, even if you just do it like, it'll help with button bloat for sure, at least that one button, but Warrior isn't exactly struggling with button bloat, at least in my opinion.
It's about how we want the skill of...
I hope they do this for other abilities though. I wonder what other abilities they could do for that. Oh, I know, yeah, like Samurai's combo. They could do that too. Because Samurai, you have the 1, 2, 3 for the first sticker, and then you have like the 1, 2, 3 for the second, and then the 1, 2 for the third. I don't know how they could do that with Samurai, but I think they possibly could. One, 2, 3. Maybe. I don't know.
Slowly, the damage output kind of slows down too.
とにかくすごくこうテンポがいいので
You know what I think they should do too? Maybe they should change Goring Blade and Circle of Scorn to the next button for Paladin. Because you literally press them at the exact same time and they have the exact same cooldown. So they should do that.
テンションに自分のテンションも上がっていくみたいな感じに仕上がっているので、まあそこがまずはちょっと伝わってくれるといいなという気がします。
But as you can see, it is pretty fast paced. And
Or what I could see too is if imagine like I think this would be a little bit more harder to do, but imagine if you could switch like what ability that it changes to next, like on like you specifically choose what it's going to change to, instead of it being just like an option. Because of the live letter, but my internet is still out 6 days so far. Having really still, man.
different
I think that should be like
executing, and it kind of
like a
builds,
suable
so,
thing. Like you should be able to sue an internet company
your skill
for
routine
not
kind of
like having
gets more,
internet for that
exhilarating.
long,
So I
especially
think
when you're still
that
paying for it.
users would enjoy that aspect.
I feel like that should just be illegal.
なんでしたこのルールいやな
Okay, we read that. Is there anything
チェック
else?
スタートした時点で資料をそれでは
We already saw this, right?
レンジまず銀融詩人から
Oh no, this is the physical ranged. We haven't seen physical, we only saw melee.
をまあ10
So yeah, pretty much the same thing. Bard. Mage's Ballad, Amy's Paeon, and the Wanderer's Mignette will be changed into buffing actions which do not attack enemies. Pitch Perfect will be changed into an AoE attack for ease of use in encounters with multiple enemies. Into buffing actions. Wait, so Mage's Ballad, Army's Paeon, and Wanderer's Mignette are just buffs now? They do not attack enemies? That's a nerf. It is a nerf if you consider the damage, but because maybe they're not attacking enemies, they increased the damage? Or like the buff? But that also doesn't look to be the case because they didn't mention it in here. So it might just be a straight up nerf then. Oh, you used to have to target, but now you don't have to target. Yeah, okay, I think that's kind of a buff because I really hate abilities where you have to target. Like home gang, I hate that I need to target somebody for home gang, but I know it makes sense, but it's really annoying.
Another notable
The damage was probably so negligible, it probably doesn't matter. Yeah, because something to keep in mind too, Dave, is that, I mean, I don't know about like Machinist, but I know at least Bard, they don't do like the most damage. I'm assuming it's like the same. To not target? Oh, is it like, yeah, is it to target yourself or something? Does it target yourself? Is that why?
point here is Pitch Perfect will be changed into
All right, here you go, Dave. This is Machinist. Let's see what they got here. A barrel stabilizer will no longer increase your heat gauge by 50, and instead will allow execution of hypercharge. Now can be used when gauge is at 51 or more without waste. A new trait which accumulates charges for drill will be added. Yeah, but what I wanted was Bard to finally not overwrite the other damn Bard songs. Just let us use Amy's Paeon and Wanderer Minuet at the same time. Oh yeah. I feel like there's gonna have to be some kind of like separate system for jobs like that. Or at least I feel like there should be. Like maybe if there's two of the same job, they don't overlap. They overlap instead of overriding each other, but it also reduces the potency of it. So like for instance, like if me, like I don't know if this would apply to tanks, but like as an example, like imagine like if I used Reprisal as a warrior and then my paladin uses Reprisal too, instead of it overriding it, maybe it just like mine is like a 5% and his is like a 5%. I also know percentages and 14 is weird, but I'm just like, I'm sure they could fix this. But like maybe mine is 5% and his is 5%, but the duration like stays the same. Like it doesn't go anymore. Like if I casted it first, at like 10% at 10 seconds, and then he cast it again at 8 seconds, then it still stays 8 seconds. But now it's 2 reprisals and they're both split, like the potency of it. I don't know if that's even possible with Square's code, but I'm just throwing out ideas. Then they'd have to rework Bard because they'd get extra effects from the songs being active. Bard's going to keep dots and it needs to update it to spending in back pulls dungeons because even Bard AoE damage sucks.
も楽しみにしておいていただければと思います。
Maybe that new ability, maybe the singular new ability they add
upper tier.
will make it better.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Dancer. A new action will be executed after Flourish will be added. A new action which consumes a spirit and can be executed after Technical Finish will be added.
11 p.m. in Japan right now, so yeah, if it's too long, I guess.
Okay, Black Mage. This is the one that I know. Black Mage. Various adjustments will be made to streamline certain aspects of the job, such as restoring MP upon landing ice spells. I love that. Maybe this is a skill issue. It probably very much is a skill issue, but I hate when I'm trying to play a Black Mage and then like I use like my ice, but it hasn't regenerated yet, so I can't use thunder. So I don't know what to do. Like as a new black mage, I'm like, do I just stand here? Do I cast ice again? Like what do I do? So I'm glad that it's now upon landing ice spells that it comes back. That's gonna be very helpful for me. Repositions the ley lines. A skill issue, sometimes you just have to wait for... Oh, so it's just how the class is. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was a skill issue. So this is gonna fix that, at least for me, where my thunder, like, I'm just not standing there waiting for my thunder to come back. Solar Bahamut, that's the new one. A new summon akin to Bahamut and Phoenix will be added. A new action that can be executed after Searing Light will be added. I like these little changes that they're doing. Manification will no longer increase black mana and white mana by 50, and will instead allow the execution of enchanted swordplay actions without cost. Because it just increases the natural mana regen, you have to wait for it to tick. So, okay, so like in that instance, like up until Dantro releases, obviously, because they're going to fix that. But like for now, you do just like have to wait for the tick. Because at that, like, I literally didn't know what to do. I'm like, should I wait? But I'm like, waiting is bad because I should be damaging. I guess Scathe in the meantime? Well, no, because Scathe costs MP too, doesn't it? Yeah, I guess all I can do is just wait.
こうした後に攻撃アクションが1個使えるよ、追加で使えるようになって
PICTOMANCER.
What?
So instead of waiting for 2 ticks, the 2 abilities will fill your mana. I like that. So it'll be the ice, like ice 3 or whatever, then thunder, and then the umbral ice. And then both of those ice things will get your mana back, right? Because they landed. Okay, PICTOMANCER, we're gonna learn. We're gonna learn about PICTOMANCER. You guys ready? Prepares by painting a variety of motifs, then renders them to life to produce an assortment of effects. Renders multiple motifs to execute high-powered attacks, capable of granting buffs to party and self.
What the PICTOMANCER can do, so let's look at it in game.
大丈夫そうかい、
はい、大丈夫です。
あなたが
Yeah, I want to
急
see
に
this
ガチャガチャガチャって
this combo they do.
大変失礼しまし
何かあったかってちょっとビビる
Just double checking if Foxclon didn't write any notes.
We were robbed of seeing Yoshi P in this outfit. We were robbed.
そうそうまあこんな感じでこれがジョブの
He's so angry.
直線予想日になってます、
Why are you so angry, Mr. Lalafell?
Gear for the PICTOMANCER.
Yeah, it's so
So
cute.
cute.
I'm gonna skip over to the where he starts the
こ
actions.
のホットバーの C8、C9、C0 っていうところが3種の絵を描くコマンドだと思ってください。まあモーグリのこのボンボンが書いてあるやつが生物の絵を描く。ハンマーが書いて
You know,
あ
I
る
feel like PICTOMANCER is gonna be one of those classes that's really fun to see throughout the expansions and how they improve and get better. Because like their art is so like out there that I feel like each ability is just gonna be like, oh wow, you can summon this now.
Bomb, weapon, and landscape,
Instead of just like,
respectively.
you know, an ability like, oh okay, so now instead of slashing this way and it's a dot, you're slashing like this and it's an OGCD. Okay, like this one actually has like really cool visual effects to it.
ないので一瞬で書きましたけど、ここに
Like every action is visibly different. That's just how Lalafels look naturally angry.
Combat right now, so
Mad
you can see,
angry.
Cast time, and it was instant. But as you can see on the far left,
Small but angry.
で続いては武器の絵を描きます。
next we will do a weapon motif.
書かれました。
So what, depending on the 3 motifs that you get, changes the
Next is
effect?
a landscape.
今の状態はまあ非戦闘状態なので。
Also happy I figured that the gauge is a painter palette. Yeah.
描いたりとか できるので
I think that's really cool
弾いてる
too.
途中にいちいち立ち止まって書かなきゃいけないみたいなわけじゃないので、そこは便利になるようにはしてあります。
I like the meter and how it's just like a
Right now we're outside
little
of the tunnel,
swiggle.
so it's instant, and then even if you're moving around, you can create your motifs.
まずこの3種類あるんだと
I wonder if you can create your motifs like as an
So, as
OGCD.
first step, let's remember that there are these 3 different motifs.
先にお伝えしやすい絵とは切り離された魔法の説明をしたいと
Hi Venom Reaper, you beat Kingdom Hearts with the guitar? That sounds like Cap. I can show you the video. I actually beat Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 on guitar, on critical mode. And I beat Sephiroth. And I beat all the hidden boss fights in Kingdom Hearts 1. Didn't beat Sephiroth on Kingdom Hearts 2 though. Or Lingering Will. I did beat the game on critical though.
Come
Yeah.
into play. Let us
Kingdom Hearts 1, I beat like all of the game and the secret enemies. But in Kingdom Hearts 2, I only beat the game. I didn't do the secret boss fights.
explain the different
I want to.
magic. Let's see.
But we have a community challenge for Kingdom Hearts 3 on the guitar if you wanna stick around and like, you know, donate channel points towards that. It's free channel points, so you don't have to like spend money or anything.
あります。
So with the
Thanks.
ether hue,
Yeah, I can actually I can actually show you this too. Let me see. What was it? Oh, I know. Noisy Pixel KH guitar. I actually had an article written about me by the Noisy Pixel. Yeah, it's the first thing that comes up. See, this is me. Kingdom Hearts fan beats game on proud mode with the guitar. And there's me. See? Here. I'm sorry for my yelling. There you go. Yeah. Was really fun.
will be automatically
So the data
replaced with
fights?
the next step in
Bet.
the
I have to unlock it
combo.
first, man.
It's kind of like a skill rotation combo.
キャストします。置き換わって。
You are famous AF.
You see that it's
You know, like I'm a little bit salty, but not salty to like where I'm like gonna talk shit about like people that I respect. But I will say beating Kingdom Hearts on a guitar was really cool and it was fun, and I'm very proud that I'm the only one that has done it. But what really does kind of like hurt a little bit is that there's like multiple other streamers that play the game with the dance pad and they get like way more views than I do. And that's not even a unique thing anymore. That's something that like multiple people have done. But
Placed.
when is the blindfolded run? That's actually something I do plan on doing. I've actually been able to. How far was I able to get? I believe I was at least able to get to. I know for sure past Twilight Thorn. I know for sure I was able to beat the struggle in KH2. I think right after the struggle tournament is how far I was able to get with the blindfold, like not looking. I actually have practiced. You were joking? No, I've practiced that. I've practiced it. I have. I even had notes. I had notes of doing it. That even if I did complete Kingdom Hearts 2 blindfolded, I would not be the first one to do it because I had the idea of doing it a few years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago, and I looked it up and somebody actually did complete it blindfolded already. And I kind of used like their video to kind of like help me learn a little bit more.
3つの魔法。まあ色。
Hi Zoe.
この魔法を。まあ光。
Did you watch any of the live letter stuff? I know you're probably like busy with work and stuff.
ゲージが溜まって増えたように。
Let me give you a hug too. It's been so long.
So with the ether hue combo, once it's related to colors basically, or
There
maybe
we
like
go.
light might be a close concept too. But as you can see in that palette gauge, you
There's
can
the blue
now see
color.
that you have white color available.
Oh, is that white? Oh, I guess I'm colorblind. That looks blue to me.
Sorry, I'm just adjusting Yoshida's mic really
あ
quickly.
の PC なんて言うんだろうね操作しようと
I guess it's white. Like the middle is white.
遠ざかるんだよなマイクと整体しなくなるマイクを引っ張るか
Sorry.
Oh, they refreshing.
とここにあるホワイトホーリーこいつを1個消化して、栄称のない魔法が使えるようになるんですからね
Oh.
So
See, I thought
utilize
PICTOMANCER was gonna be more black
one
mage.
of the charges on that palette gauge to execute an instant sort of action spell.
Oh, okay.
もう一回ありますね
So you cast these things and you build up that gauge, and I'm assuming when you get that gauge maxed out, that's gonna fit your burst.
Powerful, but relatively quick to cast magic spell.
でこのもう1個
Look at all those shiny buttons. I want to push them
レ
all.
インボーのやつ増えてってますよね
So in addition to the palette gauge, you see like a rainbow kind of gauge also.
Gay gauge.
50消費するとこの
Gay gauge confirmed.
ひっくり返すっていうアクションが使えるようになるのでこれで、
The gauge.
を変更するみたいなイメージだと思ってください
The meme is real.
And by
It's
consuming
actually
some,
gauge.
50 charge off of that rainbow.
It's a
gauge,
rainbow
you can
Charlie.
Activate subtractive palette, which basically kind of flips over the palette, kind of changes the element of your ether hue.
これを使うと今度は
Also, you play 14 Reaper? I know you play Kingdom Hearts, which, you know, I love meeting Kingdom Hearts fans all the time.
は長いけど強力な魔法を、
They better announce another Missing Link beta. I'm gonna try my damnedest to get in there.
こうブラックコメットみたいなさっきのホワイトホーリーでしたよね
So,
Bling,
of course,
bling, bling, bling.
earlier we utilized the white color to cast Holy in white with the subtractive palette, and you change the elements of the ether hue. Your different.
Gosh, he's trying so hard to understand. So am I.
Will expand. Of course, cast times will become a little bit longer, but they are going to be a bit more powerful. So you saw like Thunder in magenta, or like
Okay.
Comet in black, and things like that.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So if you can cast a spell or like a whatever as a PICTOMANCER, your ability, and you can make it cast faster or slower, and depending on which one you do is going to change the potency? The poor translator didn't she had a time trying to figure out Reaper names. I've been playing for a long time, but I haven't played recently since the end of Endwalker. I gotta say, Dawn Trail's looking pretty good so far. Like the story looks like it's gonna be a lot more like upbeat and like fun, you know, which we don't really get a lot of that, like slice of life kind of stuff, which I'm looking forward to. And they're actually, for a lot of the jobs, they're kind of reducing button bloat, which is like really cool. Like for VIPER, for instance, there was like 3 abilities that when you press it, it just goes to the next ability instead of you needing to have like 9 abilities. You know, you just need to have 3 because each one just goes to the next one. Like each ability has 3 tied to it, you know, as opposed to just having 9 buttons. Oh, I've beaten the whole thing. Yeah, I'm caught up on everything. So like when the new patch comes out, you know, that'll be the next thing that I have to do. So I'm fully caught up, no spoilers. Like no spoilers for me, I mean, because I've seen it all.
ゲージを貯めてゲージを消費して、より強力な魔法を使っていくで普段は栄唱が短くてちょっと威力が抑えられてるやつを中心に唱えながら溜まったら切り替える
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so I kind of want to see this job gauge maxed out. Because now I'm curious. Like, this one was white and the next one was black. So when you cast your ability with a certain color, Huh. Okay. This is definitely interesting.
はい。
So this is just the ether hue things. So
Some weird shit. Oh yeah, like I'm sure it'll. I mean, to be fair, I thought Shadowbringers started off like not upbeat, like at least in my opinion. Like when I say upbeat, I mean like it's gonna feel more like adventure-y and like they'll still be. I'm sure there's gonna be like a grand overarching plot line, right? Like I'm sure there's gonna be something that's gonna connect all of the new expansions together, like some grand storyline. But I think like as of Dawn Trail, like in and of itself, I think there's gonna be a lot less like dark, creepy things that happen. Like there'll still probably be some sad moments, like yeah, a character or something might die. But you know, like in terms of like how Shadowbringers and Endwalker was, like where they had like really dark moments, I don't think we're gonna see anything as dark like that. At least like not yet. Like maybe in like the patches or maybe the next thing after this. I don't know. But it just feels like the story is gonna have a more like adventure-y type of like feel to it.
To unleash more powerful ether hues.
As opposed to like, you're the warrior of light sent to like stop the destruction of the world.
まあ他の
Like I'm sure there's gonna be that stuff in it. Like don't get me wrong. Again, like overarching grand plot, I'm sure that's gonna happen.
And then before we jump
But
into
like the
motifs
condensed
and,
story that's
picture
specific to
mixing,
Dawn Trail, I think is gonna be a lot
also
more
wanted to go over
fun.
some of the sub actions.
Which I think like that would actually really help a lot of the like the early game content, like if the story was like that, because a lot of the story in like ARR is very world buildy, and a lot of like what is it called, like not dialogue, God, I can't think of the word. What is it called when like somebody like what do they always say, like when somebody's about to like get shot and then like somebody keeps talking instead of pulling the trigger, like in movies? What is that word? I know the word, I just can't think of it in my head. Exposition, there we go. Like there's a lot of exposition dump in ARR, and I feel like if the story in ARR was a little bit more, yeah, monologue too, yeah, exposition and monologue. I feel like if the story was more like how Dawn Trail might be, or it was more just like you being an adventurer and like having fun, like ARR would be less of a slog for people.
向いている方向へ
Yeah, monologuing. There you go. I should have just thought of The Incredibles. You caught me monologuing.
So there is an action that will allow for you to move quickly towards the direction you're facing.
で一瞬だけちょっと
Wait, was that a gap closer?
Quickly towards the direction you're facing.
Oh. So what? Oh, that's cool. They have the same thing that Dancer has. Because Dancer also has a dash ability that it just goes wherever you look.
The direction you're facing.
で一瞬だけ
That's cool. So you don't need to target anybody.
速くなる効果がくっつきます
And then you see an enhancement. For a short period of time, your movement speed will increase.
意外と長距離移動しますので
PICTOMANCER looks like it has a lot of like tools at its disposal.
ご注意ください
So you can travel a pretty good distance with this action.
See, as a player like as somebody who plays 14, I prefer the classes that aren't just like buffing me.
では
Like a lot. I think that's why I tend to not like DPS too much, because like there's nothing wrong with liking DPS and like wanting to hog all the damage. Like that's the whole point of the class. I get that, but like there's different play styles. I prefer the play style where I get to buff me and other people, and PICTOMANCER seems to be fitting that quite well.
あとは範囲攻撃
Hi, Autumn.
っていうところが
Controversial hot take, and I sure no one agrees, but the game should have ended with Endwalker, and Dawn Trail should have been a new game. New game? I mean, I can see where somebody might have that opinion, but the only reason I would disagree with that is just simply for the fact that it's an MMO, and as like, this might be a pretty biased opinion, but like growing up, I didn't have internet or a computer until like, like less than 10 years ago, I got like my first computer. So like around like 2012 or 2013, somewhere around, no, like 2015, sorry. So like games like WoW or like RuneScape, you know, like where they started off that long time ago, and then they, you know, they're still the same game for the most part, kind of, not really. But you know what I'm saying? Like they have like that fan base that continued throughout the whole thing, and it's like pretty much the same game. I kind of like the same thing with 14. Like I like that it's a continuation, and I'm a part of it, and I get to see it grow. But I do know that with that being said, that there are some limitations that 14 could just never, it's never going to outgrow because of like because of the foundation that it's built off of, which does kind of suck because I get the foundation is kind of really, really messy. But it's just like, you know, the details and everything that they did to refine it to make it better. But I think the game is like fine the way it is, to where I don't think there needs to be like another MMO to replace this one. I think they just need to make the gameplay, they just need to update the gameplay. Like that's it. Just upgrade it to be as like as smooth and as fun as you can possibly make it within this playstyle, and make the bosses fun and all that. And like I'm fine with it being the same game. 14 is outdated in what way? In what way is 14 outdated? Because something to keep in mind is that it's an MMO. So like at some point it's always gonna be like kind of outdated, but I mean, it's not that outdated. I wouldn't really call it outdated. Like what's an indication of 14 being outdated in your opinion? And we're just having conversations, by the way. So don't take this as me like, you know, trashing you. I respect everybody's opinions, even if I don't agree with it. I simply just like talking about video games. So that goes for everybody, in case y'all ever have like a different opinion than me. I completely don't mind. I'm not one of those people that will like ban you because you think differently than me.
を使ったアクションの説明に入ろうと思います。
So don't ever feel scared to share your own opinions, okay?
Row of the hotbar, those are
Even
some
if you think I'm ugly, go ahead and say I'm ugly because it's true. It's not an opinion, it's a fact.
in detailed explanation on that. So
How are you doing today, Autumn?
to the motif and pictomancy.
これね、
14 is not MMOs myself, but I do respect those that play it.
効果を使っていくイメージ
I'm doing marvelous, thank you for asking. I'm just relaxing after eating some curry. This Sunday I'm going on another date, and next Saturday. Wait, another date? Same person?
So with these actions, because it looks
Your opinions are all wrong and I will ban everyone. I'm gonna ban every single one of you.
well, it's something that you utilize with the 3 in the row.
この3つの絵は
The same person? That's awesome, Autumn. I'm excited for
カテゴリー
you.
の絵なので、連動すること自体はないです。
When y'all go out on y'all's dates, do y'all plan the whole thing ahead, or do you just like hang out and see where the day takes you?
Motifs that you can utilize, so they're not necessarily connected to each other.
The one thing that I will say in terms of like 14 being outdated, I'm not trying to say that like 14 is perfect. I know 14 isn't perfect. It definitely has its issues. It has plenty of issues. All I'm simply saying is that like if I were to make a pros and cons list of what 14 does really, really, really well and what it does really, really, really crappy, I think the pros list will just be like at least 2 pages longer than however long the cons list is. Like I think every game has its pros and cons. But I think that's how games like this just get better over time. Like they evolve. Go where the stomach growls. True. It's like your stomach meter. It's like whatever restaurant you look at and your stomach growls. Like that's the one. Your foodometer. And we are going to Kura Sushi. It's $360 per sushi for 2 pieces of whatever. Oh, are you going to be getting like sashimi or like full on sushi rolls?
With the creature motif on the left.
Because I think I learned to prefer sashimi just because like a lot of the time there's like things inside of a sushi roll that I don't like. Because I don't like nuts. I don't like crab. I've never seriously tried wasabi, but I don't think I would also like wasabi.
This as an attack.
じゃあイマジンポンポン使う
Japanese is pretty silly.
使うイマジンポンポンじゃないの
Is he trying to help her translate?
コメントでお前は何を言っているんだ。
はい。
Oh, it's the horseradish one? Ew. I used to work in a Japanese restaurant where I had to make the wasabi. I mean, and even when I didn't need to make it, like sometimes one of the waiters or the servers would have to make it.
Mongol pom-poms.
It would just like burn my eyes when I would just be washing dishes. It was the worst.
Onto your enemies.
落ちてきましたよね。
落ちてましたね。
これによって、さっきのこのキャンバス見てほしいんですけど、書かれて
So of course, if you look at the canvas, the white square, because we have rendered the motif into an attack, canvas is now blank.
Right?
でこの生物の絵の
So do you have to use all of the actions in order to fill it back up? Or can you replace it automatically?
けど、さっきもポンポンの絵は描いたので、次は羽の
How long do you think it's gonna take for somebody to make a mod out of this and it's just like naked anime waifus? Like that would be really funny.
描けるようになります。
So canvas is blank, but you can still continue to draw a creature motif. This time it will be the wing.
Actually, now that I think about it, I feel like VFX mods for PICTOMANCER are gonna be pretty bomb. Because there's a lot that you could do with the painter, right? Like the different things that you could draw and like in terms of like what you could like animate it as. So I'm pretty curious, like maybe this hammer they could change it to like Harley Quinn's hammer or something like that.
will become available.
描きますね。
So we shall create the motif.
はい。
Oh, that was creepy. Okay, so you can just automatically replace it.
描かれます。
And as you can see,
Yeah, be safe,
now
hon.
on our canvas.
でこれによって今度はここの羽が具現化できるようになってます。
So with this, now we can render the wings as an attack.
で同じようにさっきポンポンを具現化したので羽を具現化します。
Is it that
So the
200 thing that he's hitting that activates that? Okay, no, never mind.
はい。これで、ポンポンと羽を描いたので、これによって呼びましたかと。
I don't understand what they're saying, but I'm gonna laugh alongside of them.
wings, you see a little Moogle up there. You rang.
Yeah, someone's appealing.
Hey, you ring.
それによって
Oh my god, look, Ruben. I didn't even notice that. There's an actual Moogle. Wait a minute. Wait, did this Moogle appear because you put the pom-pom and the wings? So that created the Moogle?
交換するっていうアクションがモーグリの絵が完成したっていうイメージですね。モーグリが召喚できる。
With that, we can now render a full Moogle.
で呼びますねモーグリ。
はい。
Yeah, show me. Show me the full Moogle.
The Moogle.
What the heck?
ストームというレーザーをぶっ放してくれた。
Making parts of the thing you want to make it appear?
So with the Moogle showing up, it's going to unleash its Mog of all ages.
Machiavelli.
I love the English name.
さらに今度は爪の絵が描けるので爪の絵を描きます。
A foot.
Next, we
Is that a
will
coral?
draw a picture of a claw.
I was right.
で爪を具現
Oh wait, no, she said claw, not coral.
And we're going to render this claw as an attack.
ほう。
でさらに
So I'm guessing that there's some like drawings that when combined together make a picture, and there's some drawings that they don't make anything. They're just there.
牙が描けるようになったので牙の絵を描きます。
So now, a set of fangs become available.
Oh, does it just move it
That as our motif,
to the side?
そしてさらに牙を具現化します。
and then render it as an attack.
Oh my god, what? That's cool.
これによって全ての要素が揃ったので
What is that? I thought it was gonna be like a coral or something. It looks like a sylph.
The canvas goes blank, and then there were symbols above the canvas, but we were able to fill the slots there. So we have yet another creature that was summoned, the Medine.
で具現化すると一番強い攻撃が出る。
And then we
I
can
like this
trigger
class.
it as an attack
I do.
for a very powerful strike.
これがですね、この縦一番左の生物の絵を描くっていうところの紹介でした。
I also like the PICTOMANCER's job
So
gauge.
that was, in a nutshell, how the creature motifs kind of go through its cycle. 吉田さんごめんなさい。一個英語の訳を訂正させてください。
はい
さっきのイマジンポンポン。I'm sorry. Move. It is not living muse. It was palm muse.
Palm Muse.
いやで
What, that claw thing?
この
We,
Oh, let me see this buff.
間違ったあ迅速そっち作っちゃっ
no. Oops. We used
た後でまたやり
Swiftcast.
ます。
はい。
We'll do it again.
次この武器の絵
Okay, so now going on to the weapon motif.
ここですね、さっきピクトウェポンしましたんで
So there's creatures, weapons, and landscape motifs.
Hammer.
ハンマーが具現化するとこっちに3段コンボとして使えるようになるのでこれね結構長い間使える3連
Oh, wait.
インスタントなんで無影称3連マっぽく使える
It looks so flashy.
This is more like a combo with a very short, if not instant cast. Your hammer combo, almost like a triple cast.
What the fuck?
なので書いておいて、そろそろ
I can't wait to try this job.
してくるぞってなったら
It just looks so different.
出してそうそのアクションにこう敵のアクションに対応しながらこれで火力切らさないみたいなこともできますよと。
So a way to use the weapon motif would be to have it on standby, kind of depicted in your canvas, and then once you're ready to go in and deal continuous damage, you can unleash your hammer combo.
So that would be during the burst phase?
Outputting damage.
で
Yeah, I think that would be during the burst phase.
タイムがかなり長いです。これはパーティーバフでもあるからです。
So next is the landscape motif. This one has a longer casting time because it is also the depiction for your party buffs.
Buffs, yeah, that's what I was gonna guess.
Executing.
Wait, what?
はい、このまあ別に
You got like 5 buffs from that one ability? What?
Continuous damage. You can unleash your hammer combo so that your
Oops, I went too far.
execution for your party buffs.
実行します。
Okay. Executing.
これ
They got 5 buffs from that? What the hell is that?
もっと広い範囲に効果あるんですけど、でさらに攻撃にも転じられる。
So of course, not only is it a buff, but you can also utilize it for attacks. The range is going to be wider because it's going to be a party buff.
で、こちらをですね、無影称で使えたり、
Dude, PICTOMANCER looks so sick.
Landscape motif and the buff that you can apply to the party will allow for your ether hue, the magics that we explained earlier with the different colors in the palette, to be cast without the longer cast time. So if you want to say going into a battle and starting off with like a damage burst in the beginning of a battle, that might be a way to place your buff there. And
That's kind of cool. It seems like PICTOMANCER, since it has those like motifs, that depending on the fight, it's very situational in which motifs that you use. Because you can probably start off with like, if there's like 2 raid wides, then you might want the party buff, I guess, if it's like a damage or a defense one, I don't know. But like, you know what I'm saying. I think that's so cool.
and start off your battle with
It seems like it's gonna have a lot of like versatility
output.
in terms of like how a caster is.
今までの本当 キャストはどのタイプとも似てない
Oh, now we got the healer one to look after PICTOMANCER.
かもしれないけど
They're pretty much done with this anyway.
ちょっとだけ回しますね。そんなに手に馴染んでるわけじゃないんでミスったら
Yeah, the
申し訳ない。
motifs.
So the PICTOMANCER is rather different from the other magic ranged DPS. So apologies, it's still getting used to how it moves around, but let me show you some examples of how a skill rotation might look like.
Okay. Oh my god, that's a pre-pull if I've ever seen one.
あれこの後どうすんだっけ
Oh, or you
そうだ
forgot.
ピッ
sorry.
トウィング
Oh, he forgot the rotation. Same, man. Same. There he goes. Yeah, it doesn't look slow anymore. Now it looks like a fast caster.
まあ今みたいな感じで意外と一個ずつ説明するとまあエーション長いかもなって思う
I think that looked fun.
やること間に結構
I think they're pretty much done with that. Alright, let's move on to healers.
すごく
Let's see what's new for healers.
The sleep.
Healer! What are we getting? What's across everything? Swift cast will be reduced to 40 seconds. Cool. Okay, White Mage.
Physically move.
新装
A new action allowing the caster to quickly move forward will be added. A new AoE attack which can be executed upon up to 3 times after presence of... What? A new AoE attack which can be executed up to 3 times after presence of mind? What the fuck? That's cool. An attack that's tied to presence of mind, huh? See, that's what I was saying. That's exactly what I was saying. They should do that for other abilities. Like other abilities that you barely use, they should have alternate effects. So that way you just don't barely use them. Like give Isuna like some small like I don't know like defense or some small like regen, I don't know, but like obviously smaller than normal regen. I don't know. Or even fuck it, just take out regen and put it on Isuna.
特ま実行後に3回発動できる範囲攻
Then
撃
you could just have them both.
されています。まあもちろんね、
Time and
特性が追加されてたりとか、まあもち
Alright,
ろん
what's for Scholar?
for
Seraphism, a new action which changes the caster's appearance and enhances healing magic. Okay, so that's basically Scholar's versions of Temperance. A new AoE attack that can be executed after Stratagem will be added. And I guess that's their version of Presence of Mind. Why doesn't Sage get Presence of Mind? The card system will no longer be random and will instead simultaneously draw cards with offensive, defensive, and curative effects. Astrodyne will be removed in accordance with the discontinuation of Astro Signs. The card system will no longer be random and will instead simultaneously draw cards with offensive, defensive, and curative effects. So you draw like 4 cards all at the, or like 3 cards at the same time instead of it just being random. They talk about it. Oh, in English. Okay.
あとは他
Let me see.
defensive and then curative effect. And within the next 60 seconds, before you draw another set of cards, you will utilize those 4 cards according to where they would be best utilized.
Okay, so when you draw the cards, there's a 60-second window that you have to use all 3 of those cards. Okay. That seems kind of cool. You draw a set of 4 cards now and pick and choose. Yeah.
あとは他にも
That's cool. So that actually feels like how you would feel like as somebody that, you know, plays cards. Like you have 4 cards and you just like pick and choose which one you want to use depending on the situation.
ですね、ディグニティの最大
I'm sorry, ads. Ah. It's okay. I see some of y'all have Prime and subs, so It's not a big deal.
And then another effect is you will obtain a trait that will increase the stack number for essential dignity.
I don't know what that is.
というわけで今回また
Increase the stack. All right, Sage. This is my baby right here. Your Krasia will now enhance Dicrasia 2 into your Krasian Dicrasia, an AoE attack that deals. Yes! Oh my god! I was saying this. I said that Sage needs a damage over time AoE, and we actually got it. That was literally like when I first started playing Sage. That is what I said that Sage should have. That is so funny. We're actually getting a dot AoE. I'm happy about that. I fucking hate that you have to use your Krasian doses on like 2 enemies. The cards are so much the same at the moment that I don't mind using this new system. Seems they diverse it a little more, but not as much as it was on launch. Also, damn ads. Sorry, you probably missed me being excited, but I'm excited because Sage got an AoE damage over time, which is something that I've always wanted for Sage. So I think that's really cool. But yeah, I'm sure it's probably never gonna be like as complex, at least not now. You know, maybe like later down the line, it'll get a little bit more complex, like how it used to be. But I think the fact that you're able to pick and choose now is pretty cool, and like getting them all at the same time. A new party buff, which heals party members whenever the caster casts a spell. Oh, okay, so that's basically the Soriel, but it's now a party one. See, a lot of people think Sage is confusing. Sage is actually not all that confusing, because Sage, like all of their abilities have a single target and a party target version of it. So like, this is the single target shield. This is a party-wide shield. This is the single target instant heal. This is the multi-target instant heal. This is the single target, big shield thing that takes damage every time and heals you when it gets taken. This is the party version of that. Yeah, like they literally just have, like, it's not all that confusing. They have single target and party versions. So I'm pretty sure this is the ability that they're gonna give us, because this one you do more healing by 70% with Cardian. So I think the other one is going to be the same thing, but for party attacks. To me, Scholar was way more confusing to me than Sage. I don't know why. I hear good things about Scholar. I should try that class out one time just to like see. But yeah, Sage is like, it's definitely overwhelming at first, because like all these abilities kind of look the same, and they do a lot. But once you realize like what they are, it's like, oh, okay, this is the single target shield, this is the area shield, this is the single target heal, things like that. Let me go back. Okay, look at the PvP update. Viper and Pictomancer will be added in 7.0. What? Oh my god! Whoa, they're gonna add the 2 new jobs in PvP? Holy crap! Oh god, that's crazy! Oh my god, I wasn't expecting that. I'm kidding. Okay. New PvP actions, action adjustments, and adjustments to existing maps are planned. Crystalline conflict matches will be in preseason between 7.0 and 7.1. Rankings will not be updated, but tiers and crystal credit will be affected by wins and losses. Okay. So that's if you want to play ranked without like actually needing to like bother winning too much, then this is the perfect one. And then what is this? NPCs? Oh, new characters. I'll probably have to use the job at a low level and slowly make my way up to figure things when they unlocked and when they are used. Picto and PvP paints. Dude, oh my god. Could you? I would so do that. Like, I wouldn't get certain mods for 14, you know, like not VFX mods, but yeah, that'd be kind of funny if like somebody else had it too. Because I think with that Mare Lamentorium thing, you can like sync your mods together. So that would be really funny if like whenever you do your thing, it paints an L and the other person can actually see it. He BM in PvP when Picto drops is crazy.
今回ご紹介するのはバク
Koana, ooh.
キャラクターとコーナというキャラクターになってます。
Hello. You're
The
pretty.
characters we wanted to talk about are Bakul, Jaja, and Koana.
まあ今回ストーリーの
He's a pretty cat boy.
多い継承レース
He has my old hair.
多い継承レースにこう助力していく光の戦士がというお話をしてますが、今日ご紹
Wait,
介
oh, Fall Guys coming back? Are they bringing back Fall Guys? The return? May 23rd. Oh, that's soon. That's soon. Yeah, from Thursday, May 23rd to June 10th. Okay. Probably to, you know, keep us busy until Dawn Trail. So it's funny because Dawn Trail's releasing, they're literally just like throwing in like all of the events all at the same time and be like, here, keep yourself busy. God damn it. Skip the character intros, cue the Fall Guy event. Exactly. Oh, this is the Mountain Dew thing. We already saw this ad, but I'm going to watch it again because it actually shows the things.
Enter now. Play July 2nd.
Buy me Mountain Dew, y'all. Okay, May 16th, which is today, you can buy Mountain Dew. Enter codes found under the caps of specially marked Mountain Dew products to receive points. Redeem points for rewards, including in-game items like the Mountain Zoo emote or mount. So this, oh, the citrus refreshment. That's gonna be a food buff, isn't it? That's gonna be a food buff. I thought it was like earrings that increased your experience.
要はですね、アメリカ
But it's not.
なんですが、ファイナルファンタジー14とマウンテンデューのコラボレーションのお知らせです。So the
Oh
next
my god.
announcement
He opened up a Mountain Dew.
ずっとあったマウンテンデューがここで、登場するわけなんですけど、
I have to do it for the mount. Someone on my Discord posted all the points. Yeah, I saw that too. I saw it on Twitter. I also has anybody accumulated like how many bottles of soda per points you get or like anything like that? Like is there a
And you can find out the code inside of the cap. ね、キャップの中にコードが印字されています。で、ここに本当のコードが書いてあるので、今ちょっと隠してますけど、I'm hiding it.
It's randomized?
Working code inside here.
That sucks.
で、これをですね、登録されて
Man, so really it's like a gotcha thing. I guarantee you it's not as random as you think it is. I guarantee you there is some program that they made to where like most people when you redeem it you're gonna get like 10 and then you have to get lucky to get like 50 points or something. Like maybe not those exact numbers, but I feel like it's gonna be something like that where it's not actually random. Because for me, random would be like you have an equal chance to get like 1,000 points as the same. It's the same equality as like getting like 1 point. Like you have the same chance to get both of them. But I doubt it's like that. I bet it's probably like more than likely you're gonna get a low point, and then if you're lucky, you'll get like one of those big points where you need to buy like 1 soda or 2.
で、ポイントを貯めるという仕
It is totally random. Okay, if it's totally random, then I'm fine with that. I just know how companies are, and when they say things are random, sometimes they're not actually random.
組みということで、詳細はまた
They like to lie.
ご覧のパワーポイントを持っていただいて、さらなる詳細は画面
Here's the other stuff. So these are pre-orders for merchandise. Loperit plushie. I want that. I want this too. I want all of these. I love those things. Are those things where you just go like that and it wraps around? Someone in my Discord also said it's 100 points per bottle. To me, that's wishful thinking. Yeah, to me, it's wishful thinking to think that like buying like 4 sodas Or how? I guess I have to see how much the thing is. Let me see. Yeah, it doesn't show it. I know I saw it on Twitter. Wait, what is this? God, why? Why do you put... It's literally called Kentucky Fried Chicken. Why is it Japan exclusive? Is Kentucky in Japan? No. What the fuck? This is bullshit. I want my fried chicken, man. I'm an American, okay? If I don't get my fried chicken, I'm gonna shoot somebody. I'm kidding.
will return.
まあまあ前回はですね数が足りん
Why is the fried chicken thing like that would make sense if like rice balls or like sushi or something like that was exclusive. But why the fried chicken?
まあなので何としてもリベンジをさせていただきたいと言っていただきました
Oh, I'm not sure they're huge, but I guarantee you they're bigger in America.
詳細はまた後日発表
I guarantee you McDonald's is way bigger in America.
物理特典があったりフライドチキンを食べるの妹だっ
They
たり
love their KFC there. You know what I say to them? There's a specific group of people that also like their fried chicken.
それだけお伝え
Japan fried
フライ
chicken.
ドチキンを食べる妹のアイテムコードは、デジタルで配布するので
They need to bring this
な
back.
くなりまして条件を満たせば必ずもらえるということで
AKA JFC.
もりもり
Hi, Jared. You see all the updates? And then this is the final calendar. So this is today. Nice. So we have up until the 23rd. So next week on this day is when the Fall Guys event comes back. The Make It Rain campaign, which is the Gold Saucer stuff. Like the Gold Saucer thing is like, like there's that outfit if y'all want to get that really cute, like silly outfit. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, other than that, it's just like cheap glams that y'all might want to get. Thank you for the follow, Zero Winter. Thank you. Kind of sucks just Japan still because I got a KFC near me. Yeah, me too. We love KFC in this house. I think it's weird when they do that. Dragon Quest. This one's going to be cool. Another live letter, the last one before the game releases. And then Fall Guys ends right before that live letter. Yeah. Ooh, and then we're going to have to be without 14 for 48 hours. What are we going to do? Sag. Let me look for that Mountain Dew thing real quick. So that way we can look at the codes and like what we need to get together. I know I retweeted it because I think Saber shared it. Yeah, here it is on my Twitter already. Right here. So this is a real magnet, right? This isn't like a magnet for like a housing item. I hope it's a real magnet. I mean, I hope it's a real magnet. Also, an in-game one would actually be kind of cool too. And then you can get this plushie. It's a real item. Okay. So the things that stick out to me the most are this plushie, this plush, all the plushies stick out to me. And then kind of that, I guess. I want to see the rest of them though. Oh, that's cool. You can even get dyes. What? What the? Oh, these are specifically for 14. What the? That's cool. I am going to drink exclusively nothing but Mountain Dew from now on. In fact, after this stream, I will probably go to the store and buy a Mountain Dew. Twitch Turbo 100 gift card. Hey, somebody should buy this and use it on my channel. What the fuck is this? Oh, a keycap? Drop and Mountain Dew Final Fantasy XIV keycap set PICTOMANCER. Open in new image. What the fuck? This is really slick looking. Do the do. This is the one thing I wish wasn't on it. Like I might have somebody paint over this. I kind of wish this wasn't on it. But like everything else looks cool. I like this. I like the little F13 there. Only getting Mountain Dew for the codes because for some reason the drink tastes like socks to me. I think there's different flavors too, right? Oh, they have another one. What the fuck? Yeah, I think I like the other one better. What do you guys think? Which one looks better to you? Metallic green dye, yeah. Haven't had Dew in years, but I guess to bring it back. I've had Mountain Dew every now and then. It's one of the sodas that I drink kind of, not like often. I wouldn't say I drink any soda often, but when I do drink a soda, it's sometimes like a Mountain Dew. Is it multiple flavors with the code? It's multiple, yeah. In the trailer, they showed a green, an orange, and I think a blue bottle. Let me see. Mountain Dew. Also, how are you doing today, Zero Winter? Did you like the live letter? Did you get to see that? Yeah.
Mountain Dew.
Yeah, blue, green, and red.
Enter codes at MountainDewGaming.com to get exclusive Final Fantasy.
Wait, yeah, I wanted to see that limited edition PC. Where's that at? I'll save up for that. Where's the PC? Don't tell me it already sold out. Or maybe the PC is one of those things where you have to get lucky. 14, here we go. Yeah, I think the PC is like, you have to get lucky in order to get it. These cups look cool. I want this Namazu one. This Namazu one looks really cool. I'm surprised that the mount is only 600 points. That's kind of crazy. Nice, I'll need those with those other flavors. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. You need those hoodies. Okay, so these are the things that I want. Okay, so I want... Do I want the hoodie? I don't know. I don't usually dress white. I'll take these sweats because I wear sweatpants a lot. So I kind of want these sweats. I want these keycaps. The mount. I kind of want all the cups, but I know realistically, if I were to get any cup, it'd probably be the Namazu. I want the refreshment. I want the plush. And then this shirt. Actually, this shirt does look kind of cool. I would rock this shirt at like at a fan fest. I'd be like, yup, that's right. I let capitalism consume me. So what? What are you gonna do about it? I got a shirt and you don't. But yeah, I would totally rock this shirt. I'm not gonna lie. This shirt actually looks pretty dope. You know what this shirt reminds me of? Do y'all remember back in the day, like those stickers that were like memes of like popular like candy bars or sodas and things like that, and sometimes they would have like dirty jokes on them? Do y'all remember those? I couldn't like recall an exact one, but like I don't know. I'm trying to think of like one of those stickers that they had. I watched some of it, but mainly you're glad for the monk range. I've never played monk yet, but that's one of the things that I also saw too when it came to the monk thing. I was glad that they took off like that damage over time, at least not as like needing it as much, like heavily reliant on it, and it's more so doing your actions in a certain order that increase the potency. So I like that. And welcome back, Ruben. We just finished the live letter, and I would recommend looking at PICTOMANCER because it actually showed that you can draw the pom-pom and then you can draw the wings, and then that'll create the Moogle, and then the Moogle will like come out and like attack for a little bit. So it's really cool. Okay, so let's see how many points that I need for all of these. Let's get the calculator. Make this a little bit smaller so we can see. Okay. So if we wanted everything, let's say 20,000. What's happening right now? Final Fantasy 14 is doing a crossover type collaboration with Mountain Dew. So if you buy Mountain Dew and you open it up, there'll be a code. And if you redeem that code, you get points. And if you get enough points, you can get some of these prizes right here. And some of the prizes are like this little shark cup. This is a real cup, by the way. Like you drink from it. Real cup. You can get dye, you know, if you want to. There's a mount here called Mountain Zoo. Another cup. Magnet. Another cup. The Namazu one. The Major General plushie. And like all these things. So right now I'm accumulating how many points I need if I want to get all of the things that I really want. Hoodies, keycaps, mats, figurines, and the mount. Those are the ones you have your eyes on. Yeah, so 20,000 plus 18,000. Because that's the keycaps. Plus 4,000 for one of the cups, because I think realistically, if I were to accomplish this, I'd get one cup. Plus 600 for the mount. I'm glad this is really cheap. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought in this picture, like these things right here were like bottles of Mountain Dew. Remember the campaign ends mid-July 6th? This one. Okay, so we have about 2.5 months. It's a lot of soda we're going to be drinking. Okay, so 600 for the mount, 4,000. Another 4,000 for the plush. And then I'm assuming there's going to be multiple, like this is going to be one citrus refreshment per, unless it's like a stack of 50, which I'd hope, but I doubt it. So I'm just going to put 100 for now. And then that shirt, 4,000. Okay. So if I want to get everything, unless that's an emote, I thought it was an emote, but it says that it gives you experience. Like it gives you an experience buff. It said it's somewhere on like one of the things that I saw that it's an XP buff, which is usually tied to food. But I also thought it would be, oh, if it gives XP, then yeah, just food, yeah. So I hope that they give you like a stack, like maybe a stack of 10 at least. Like I think 10 would be reasonable, but I think if it's just one, that would suck because like the buff only lasts for 30 minutes. So it's not even really worth getting this unless you get a bunch of them. Otherwise it'd just be a waste of, like you might as well get the pots of dye instead. Which even then I wouldn't even really recommend because these are pretty easy to get too. But yeah, in total, if I want to get everything, I need 5,700 points. I wonder if I really do wonder how many points I would get if I bought like 2 bottles of Mountain Dew really quick. But I'm not gonna do that. Well, that was fun. I'm glad we got to watch all of the live letter stuff. What were y'all the most excited for, do you think? I think the things that I was personally most excited for, definitely the Sage damage over time thing has me excited. I know that's like a small thing, but it is. The Dragoon updates, I'm glad that I have not started Dragoon yet, because now I don't have to bother with like how it is now, and I can play it when it's already, you know, has its better skills and stuff. So I'm pretty happy about that. I think Viper and PICTOMANCER looked pretty cool. I think Viper's burst thing that it did was probably my favorite thing about it, and I'll probably end up using that ability like a lot if I can. But PICTOMANCER for sure I think appealed to me more because it's not just damage, it's like damage and buffing, which I personally like more.